What's happening, good people? Welcome to the channel. I'm Wes, aka Mr. Budget Watch, and today we are going to be fixing the Chronos. Now, if you've not seen the first part of this video where I actually got scammed, then you can check that out on my channel. But this is part 2, where I'm actually going to be telling you what's happened and also trying to fix the problems. So essentially, I got scammed on eBay, and I got a watch that was not as advertised. But I'm not going to any spoilers if you've not seen the first video. But anyway, so yeah, I've actually managed to get in touch with the seller, and we've agreed on a partial refund. Not as much as I would have hoped, but still a partial refund nevertheless. So what I'm going to be doing today is addressing a few problems that I have with this particular watch. So first of all, we're going to try and refinish this bracelet because it's got a little bit damaged. There's a few little points on it that are damaged. There's a few on this bracelet. There's a few on this side. And there's also some on this side as well. You can just see there. That is probably the worst problem on the bracelet. So that's what we're going to be addressing today. We're going to do our best to try and fix it. Right guys, so first things first, I'm just going to make a little bit of space. So we've just got all this. So let's start off with this little handy screwdriver kit. I'll link this and everything else I used in the description if you're into, repairing watches and stuff like that. Because, if you don't know what you're looking for, then, it can be a bit tricky to figure out what you need and what you don't need. So I need to start off with a flathead screwdriver to take the bracelet apart. So I think we've got this one here. So this is a 1.2, and I think that is the correct size to just undo this bracelet. So obviously we don't need the clasp, because as you can see, that is covered in plastic, so it's not really damaged. And it's really easy to do this, and screw links are so much better than freaking push pins and folded links. So what you need is a screwdriver, and just the right size one, and then we should be able to pinch this out, and obviously we can start the repair process. This is probably the trickiest bit, or actually undoing these, is getting the screw out, because with normal bracelets you can actually push it from the other side. These ones, not so much. Right guys, so if your pin gets a bit stuck, get some tweezers. These metal ones, again, linked in the description, and you can just pinch it and it should come out like that one has. And now I can actually get a bit of purchase on it, and voila. And you can see, if is this the damaged one? Yeah, this is the damaged one. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's damaged, so we're going to repair that. So I'm just going to go straight in with the Scotch-Brite and see if that does the trick. If not, then we might have to break out the sandpaper, which I have just there. So there's a few different techniques to this one, but I like using this technique. So what we've got is just the Scotch-Brite, and then we've got a piece of cardboard which is going to act as our straight edge. So I'll pop a picture up before, and then I'll take a picture of after to see if it's made any difference. So what we need to do really is hold this in place and go like this, and essentially we're brushing it in the same direction as original. Obviously if we do it side to side, that's going to make a real mess. So basically you just grab that and just apply a little bit of pressure and just gently brush it against that, and obviously using the cardboard, it's keeping it in a straight line. Right guys, so we've been doing this for about 2 minutes, and as you can see, there is no blemishes on this anymore. So we've completely fixed it, and that'll have cost a couple of quid for the Scotch-Brite, and cardboard were just from a box from Amazon. So there you go, that's just how you fix, brushing on bracelets. So now we're just going to repeat that process for the rest of the bracelet, because it's still got damage in places. And then we're going to tackle the polishing, which is something I've never done before. Right guys, so that bracelet is fixed as well. This one took me about 3 minutes to fix. There was a big blemish there, and then a little blemish at the top as well, but that is all done and looking brand new. So that's took a couple of minutes. So next up, we're just going to fix the last part of the bracelet, which is this link and also this part. So again, same technique, and we're just going to rebrush that. And I think there's actually one on the inside as well, so I'm just going to do that as well. Right guys, so this is a Cape Cod cloth, and it actually smells really nice. So I'm just going to open it up, and I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to get this one just for testers, just this little one, and I'm just going to, well, give it a go. So I think I'll just clean it off, and then you know, I'm just going to gently sort of rub it down. Now I'm just going to use like a backwards and forwards motion. I've never used these before, so I don't know whether this is the proper technique. It's not really got the scratches out, so it says do it a little bit harder if you know, if you can't get the scratches out. So it's not really I don't know if you can see that there's a scratch just at the back end. It's not taking the scratch off, but it's you know, doing a pretty nice finish. So I'm gonna keep going and you know, see if it'll work. Right guys, so I've been doing it for a couple of minutes and it's not really done a deal, to be perfectly honest. It's still, you know, looking just as scratched as it was before. So I'm going to try it on a more noticeable part. There's a really bad one on one of them. I've just got to find, I think it's on this side of the bracelet. Yeah, right, it is. It's on this one. So there's a big scratch on this. I'll find the picture of it, and I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm just going to see if, you know, can get anywhere and actually remove that scratch. If not, I'm going to just sandpaper it and try and remove it that way. I've noticed that it's doing a pretty good job of refinishing, but it's just not getting those deep scratches out. So we're going to resort to sandpaper, and I'm going to use this for finishing. So I'm not entirely sure what grit sandpaper I need. I've got quite a lot here. I'm a bit nervous about this. Luckily I have a replacement bracelet if I mess it up. So I'm just going to gently... Oh, this does not feel right. Oh, this feels so bad. Yes, it's really scuffing it up, but we've got to get those scratches out. Right, so let's do a quick check. Right, we've still not got that scratch out. It's on this back link here, so I'm just going to work this one a little bit. Because we need that scratch out. Right, that scratch is still not coming out. Right guys, I'm just going to keep working at this and hopefully we can get that scratch out. Right guys, so that did the trick. We've just worked it a little bit more, and yes, it is looking as rough as a badger's backside, but that's what we've got the higher grip for. So what I'm going to do now is do the same on this side, and then I'm going to do the other bracelet end as well, and we'll do that. So that's been done. Now we're just going to work the same technique and use this in the 400 grit, and we're going to get all the scratches out of this one, and then we're just going to work our way up and hopefully finish it off with these polishing cloths, and it should look brand new, I'm hoping. Right guys, so after about 25 minutes it's finished, and there's a few little micro scratches in it, but the big massive scratch has gone. And yeah, so what I've learned from this one is definitely don't sand on a soft surface. I'm doing this on this. It's left a little bit of a high spot, so definitely do it on a harder flat surface. Obviously make sure you've got some protection down, but yeah, definitely don't use a soft surface because then look, you get these little high spots. So it's not perfect, but it's better. I'm still going to use the other bracelet though, because this one's just you know, a bit of a mess. But I'm having fun, which is the main thing. I'm just going to tackle the next damaged one, which is one of the sides. Oh yeah, it's this one. Yeah. So you can see all the scratches and stuff on it. So I'm going to tackle this one, and hopefully this next one won't have the same issues as that one. So let's go. Right guys, so we've finished up that, and I'm not happy with it. I couldn't get all the scratches out, and there's tons of micro scratches in this part. So I'm gonna break out the Scotch-Brite, and I'm gonna brush the sides because I think polishing looks horrible. Right guys, so the bracelet is fully done. As you can see, if it focuses, I've decided to brush the sides because the polishing just looked trash. So I've got rid of all the scratches and just brushed them because it's my preferred finish anyway. So that is the bracelet done. We can you know, put that to one side now, and then we can put that on the watch when it's done. Next up, we're actually going to be attempting to fix the watch. As you can see, the rotor is out. So yeah, I just need to find what is the screw. I don't actually know what it is. It is a flat. So guys, so if you've not got one of these, highly recommend one. So I'm just gonna dust down that. Make sure there's no dust on the rotor. And then of course we'll do that in the case back as well. Make sure there's no dust. So first things first, we're going to get this seal back in. So you can see we've got the seal, and I'm going to attempt to put that back in. So let's just let's try and do this. Right guys, so that is the seal back in. So now we need to put the rotor back where it's supposed to go, which it just goes on this little post in the middle. And then we've got to get that tiny screw back in, which is going to be bloody hilarious. Right, so that is the rotor on. Let's just get a push. Right, so that is on. Now, oh sorry, the camera's gone really out of focus. It's probably because my head's been in the way. So that is the rotor back on. Now we just need to get this tiny little screw and screw it back in. Wish me luck. Right, oh god, this is absolutely tiny. Oh wow, it's gone straight back in. Okay, so now let's just, ooh, here comes the moment of truth. So hold the rotor in place. Right, so that is in. Just trying to be very, very careful. Oh, I'll put the seal back in a minute. That just fell out. It's fine. The rotor's the main thing, really. Right, the rotor, guys. Oh, sorry about that, guys. It's because my head's been in the way. I'm trying to get it in, but the rotor is back in. I've screwed it on. All I've got to do now is put the seal back on and put the case back on, and then we're done. I'm just going to cover that up though, just so it don't get any dust in. But that is pretty much it. The watch is fixed. The bracelet's fixed. The watch is fixed. So we're done. So I'm not going to drag this video out any longer because it's already been long enough. Like I said, all the tools and everything I've used will be in the description. I've actually really enjoyed this whole process, and I do actually have another project. This one right here. This is a watch I bought off eBay, and this is going to be my next project for repair. I don't know what's wrong with it. It might just need a new battery, but the bracelet needs refinishing as well, so that's going to be my next little project. But yeah, so this Chronos is just about fixed. So yeah, happy days. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Yay, no noise. Well, the rotor is noisy, but it's not rattling around anymore. And as you can see, it's actually working now. Just put the case back on and we are all buttoned up. All I've got to do is just put the bracelet on and, you know, we're golden. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads, and of course follow me on social media at Mr. Budget Watch. Thanks again, I'll see you soon.